There we go. Hello, everybody. Excuse me. Let's see, Discord. Summer's just gone. Party all night until we see the sun. Dun, 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 3-5 in the run. Dun, 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 dun. Hello? Okay. Yeah, same. We need some like Jeopardy music. That's all right. Okay, for real. Like, just imagine that. Yeah, very much so. This all worked out pretty well. Like I saw that guy's ranking, and I was like, I want to do this at least for the 3D games. And I was like, this would be a good topic for the chat. So, and so it all worked out. Are you gonna share screen too, or how are we gonna do this? Hello? Take your time. Oh, let me do it on YouTube. I'm tripping. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? This fine Saturday morning. It's hot as hell out here. Nah, it's like in the 90s over here. Yeah. Oh man. We are ranking Pokemon game. All of them actually. Yep. Mm-hmm. No, that's real. That's real. Let's see. We're not wait, go ahead one more time. My bad. Ooh. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's true. I feel like the DLC should be considered. You know how like technically the DLC is replacing remakes or the third version of a game. So yeah, I was gonna say I think the DLC should probably be its own thing, if anything, like separate from the main game. So like you said, the main game before DLC is what we're ranking, and then maybe game with DLC, like kind of like how we do the third versions or something. But I don't. There's no time to do all that today. We'll just leave them out. In the comments, let us know what's your favorite game at the moment. Like, what would you, if y'all want to hop in the rankings, let us know. If you want to go ahead and do a quick little ranking, yeah, just let us know. Wait, what you mean? Oh, you added them. I got you. Well, I guess let's get started with red, blue, and is it red, blue, and yellow? Oh, no, separate. Okay, so I mean, technically, I've never played red and blue. I only play yellow, so I guess I can't. Yeah. Oof. So, do we? I see you have a not played category, so will we just technically put that there? So, like, that's the weird part. It's like yellow's technically here, right? Real. See, now I played yellow a little later. I was late to the game. I played it on the DS. Hey, nice. It's like you said. It's the classic. It's the basis. So without, I guess we'll consider yellow as our red and blue as well. Without like these first, yeah. What's up? Yeah, I mean it's old. Like it's aged now. It doesn't compete now compared to the games we got of today. Obviously. Oof. Then again, red and blue is their first attempt. like I said, it was their first attempt. So it's like you can't beat them up too badly about it. I feel like what's up? Oh, oof. And the yellow was hey, welcome. So yellow was our peak game basically. It was the game that fixed everything. Yellow's yellow's the OG DLC. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, who would if we were playing as Ash technically? Ooh. And technically, that's what invented surfing and flying Pikachu, which is now a big stable in today's day, like world. So it's old. You can't. What? That's so weird. Because B Beedrill, that is weird. Because like you're technically playing the anime game, and all the anime Pokemon are rare. Like what? Well, Ash didn't have a Beedrill, but Beedrill does play a big role as well in Ash's journey. Him being chased by the Beedrill. Yeah, yeah. Oh wow. That's, yeah, that's I noticed that. Yeah, real late in the game. It's not too late, but still. Yeah. What's that? Oh, with like him emoting and stuff. Like, mhm. Nah, that is really dope. That's true. Yeah. Like they, I feel like that's why Pikachu is such a big icon now because of that game too. Like the anime definitely helped it, and then the game just was like a boost. Because like if you just go off of regular red and blue, like Pikachu's just a regular old Pokemon at the end of the day. Like just playing the game without before the anime and everything like that. Yeah. So I'm glad they chose Pikachu as the anime icon, and then gave him this boost with having his own game. What were we about to say? Yeah, I agree. I agree with B. We're not too harsh on it, and we're not too biased either. No, I have not. So I will be pretty quiet for this one. I haven't played no Johto. Johto's the one region I've never played through. Legends Johto, Legends Celebi. Let's go. Or Legends Celebi is a Johto game, isn't it? Not yet. I can experience Johto through Legend. That is a good point. But I mean, who knows? Whitney could be the new champion of the region. There. Ooh, that is also true. Uh-huh. Blaze, the beast whose fire will never be extinguished. Oof. Gotcha. Oh wow. That's crazy. Yeah, that's true. That's fair. I have. I played Emerald, but I didn't play like I played it through an emulator. So I don't know if you count that. Uh-huh. Oh wow. I actually completed Emerald. Emulated Emerald. Fire Red Leaf Green, I couldn't get past the Victory Road. But Emerald I actually made it. So have you played Ruby Sapphire? All right, I'll let you take those and then I can hop in with the Emerald discussion. Yo, wait, there was a cut actually? There was a dex cut? Oh wow, I didn't know that. Uh-huh. Hmm. But I bet it wasn't like a big deal back then. Like, oh, oh no. So you telling me Pokemon just never learned their lesson? Oh, ooh. Because I was thinking, yeah, back then it probably didn't, make a big deal. I just thought Sword and Shield, they just people of today were just like, Ooh, so back with pitchforks were a thing instead of Twitter. um, why you say that? Because I love Emerald and Fire Red. Mm, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, it is crazy. Like when you look through the eras where in elementary school, kids like to, we're at the end of the day, it's made for us, but kids like to downplay stuff. I think today's times is definitely different. Like Pokemon, what the today's like getting better ever, like with being more accepting. Yeah, really, when it's the older you get, the more like that's just childish stuff, honestly. Like the people who, yeah, no, I can see that. Hmm. Oh, and Gen 3, yeah, isn't it the Safari Zone, right? Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Oh, wait, wait. Okay, that came out before Emerald. I didn't know that. See, now I can actually hop in this one. This was Emerald. I think was the first emulator I played, and then that was Pirate. One of those two. I think it was Emerald though. But yeah, yeah, I can actually talk about this one. I really enjoyed this game. White Red. Hmm. Like I never played the games before that, so to me it was always just the standard. And I definitely. Hmm. Hmm. Oh man. Hmm. Uh, hmm. Hmm. Oh, yeah, you weren't gonna finish that game in a week. Yeah, that's cool. So this was technically your first Pokemon game that you own. Ah, nah, that's real. That's real. That's dope. Honestly, I would now Ruby and Sapphire. I see you put it in A, but I think wouldn't that should be a B game as well, considering Emerald is the better version. At least, like, yeah, I would put this game in A. Bro, I will say this. That's back when like Pokemon was challenging too. Like, don't get me wrong, Pokemon can still be challenging now, but bro, you had to grind back then. I'll never forget, like having to take time to just grind, bro. The grind era. Hmm. Hmm. Nope, nope. Oh man. Technically, I feel like Victory Road is in the way supposed to represent the tournament part of the league because it's a whole bunch of trainers not there that you're fighting to fight your way up to the actual Elite Four and champion. Like I always thought about that. I feel like Victory Road is kind of actually like supposed to represent that tournament portion. Like they're all trying to get, yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like it's not, yeah. Like it's not an official tournament, but technically it is in a way. Everyone's trying to get to the top, and that's the whole point of a league. Yeah, and it's similar almost in a way to the first round of the Alola League, whereas all these trainers in the stadium, and then but they were fighting to get to the top 16. Here's you're fighting to get to the Elite Four and champion. Yeah, but yeah, yeah, I'm here. Nope, nope. I loved Emerald. Emerald, Sceptile was my boy. And if I'm not mistaken, like, because back then I wasn't really like a. I actually didn't like Blaziken back then. I didn't start liking Blaziken until actually playing through X and Y. But I think I'm trying to remember. I think I played Emerald and then X and Y came out, and then I went back into Emerald, and there was a way through the emulator you could get all the starters, and I think I went back and actually got a Blaziken too. But I think Emerald was a great game, though. Like the cutscenes of Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza back then, like that was dope. Like I feel like Emerald's Hoenn is one of my favorite regions to play through. Like I enjoy Emerald so much that when I got to Oras, it was like, bro, this is peak. Like, so I consider Emerald to be an A, top of A. So, did you know Rayquaza either or no? Okay, got you.
wow. I thought that was dope. Like seeing both teams in the game, bro. Like that. Emerald is the definitive, in my opinion, that's the definitive third version. Well, I can say that for at least now. I haven't played Platinum, so I can't really say. But in terms of like that old era of having a third version of a game, yeah, that was peak. That's one thing I never did either. I hear it. So many people talk about it like it's the best thing in the world. Yeah. Like I remember everyone was expecting DLC for Auras. It never happened though. Yeah, I think yes. Okay. First S tier. I can't say yeah, so I can't say anything on this one. Now I played the remake, but not this one. Mm-hmm. In a good way or bad way? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's essentially that's the same thing they did with Johto too, right? Ooh. Brilliant. Brilliant, you say? Was it a shining idea too? Brilliant diamond and shining pearl. Mm-hmm. Anime wise, I love it. I can say that, but we're not talking about the anime. So, oh wow. Uh-huh. Oh, I know that hurt. Uh-oh. That's real. And I hear that a lot from a lot of people. I hear base diamond and pearl is it's kind of bad, but platinum was like a different version as well, similar to emerald. I haven't played this one either. So you'll be taking it. Really, you'll be taking on every game until you see why I said let's rank the 3D era. because I won't really get into this conversation until Black 2 and White 2, for real. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care to play it now because I don't really care to play it now because I've Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, so it's not really a point anymore. Now I will say I wouldn't mind playing Platinum, just not regular Diamond and Pearl. Yeah, I'll pass on that. So yeah, take it away. I'll be saving my opinions till BW2. So you get the whole Pokédex. I hear the Platinum Dex is better too. Like I know a lot of people had an issue with Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl having the Diamond and Pearl Pokédex too. Oh yeah, yeah. This is what Obviously, Cynthia to a lot of people is still the strongest champion. I was waiting for that. That's real. The way I hear about the next game, I feel like it's probably gonna be an S tier. Bro, people glaze Heart Gold Soul Silver. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ooh. As in like the new Pokemon? Or not even new, but the Johto. Yeah, that's the one thing. So, like I'm guessing when you go to Kanto, they're all back to level 5 and stuff, or hmm, start a new venture. In a way, they tell you to start a new adventure, like the Ash. Oh, that's real stupid. Why would they do that? See, let me. You would think they would at least scale up the Pokemon, the wild Pokemon, if they were going to have the gym leader so high. What in the world? That's one thing I can appreciate from like the new era and the DLCs is that they do level scaling a bit. Because I know if you go to the Isle of Armor before beating the game, I think the Pokemon are a lower level, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, but carried away. Like I said, I don't have much to say on this one. I think that's good too. Like I feel like one of my biggest dreams. I know it's probably not ever going to happen, especially now with how many regions we have. But like a game where we go to multiple regions, like if the 30th anniversary, instead of a new region, you just kind of go through a couple regions. Heck, I'll even take that where you don't go through the entire region, but maybe you go to each region and you only get to experience a section of that said region. Like maybe it's a gym leader or champion per region or something, somebody that you fight per each region. And then you go to the final location to go take on the, I guess, kind of like a world championship in a way type of game. Where it's like, okay, you got to go fight these. Let's see, we have 9 generations now. You get to explore this part of Kanto, this part of Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Univerkalos, Alola, Galar, Paldea, and then you go to the new location to take on the tournament or whatever. I think that would be a cool game idea, but that's real ambition. Probably never going to happen. And they want to do DLC, then they can open up more of that said region too. Honestly, a Gen 10 predictions would be a good stream. We'll save that for later. Yeah, no. Next week's 4th of July. Unless you want to do Sunday. Okay, week after. I thought I was gonna go lower because of the Pokédex thing. Like, hey, that's real. Elaborate. Okay, that is better at least. Hey, Mokro. Yeah, no, I'm messing. All right, one more game, and then I can finally join in. But your heart always knows what's right. Yeah. Now I know about the controversy here. Because by this point, I was like, this is when I was really into Pokemon. For Diamond and Pearl was when I got introduced, but Black and White was when I like watched through the whole generation from start to finish. Like this was my era. Oh, you mean the Dex cut? I don't think it's a bad idea. Like not looking back on it, I guess at the time I could see the issue, but they make up for it because there's like a lot of new Pokemon. Like it'd be different if it was like you know how the current generations been kind of cutting it low on the decks. Like I can see that being an issue, but okay. Mhm. you can't get Pikachu in Black and White 2 either. Yeah, that's the craziest part. I think only through an event. Bold move. Very bold move. Yeah, that was a bold move by her. Wow. I'm shocked. Hmm. I say same, but for Black 2 White 2, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Black and White or Black 2 White 2? Hey man, Black 2 White 2 had some challenges when I played through it. Oh, that's real. Touche, touche. Hell, at least Elisa gave Ash trouble too. Good. Damn title. The damn Palpitoad. That the whole damn episode at this point, honestly. Yeah, okay. Yeah, but I mean, even I can admit the Rowlet stuff was bad. That wasn't funny. Yeah, I feel like they're about on the same level. That's true. Which I mean, he does. They do that better in X and Y though. With dance, him trying to dance battle. I prefer that over this. Yeah. But I mean, though, it's weird though when you look at Ash and Paul when that whole thing was Ash is going to stick to what he prefers to do versus switching stuff up, and now Trip is making him want to switch up. So yeah, yeah, bro was tripping. But anyways, game. I'm shocked the battle didn't get canceled. Like, man. And then it's the fact that I'm guessing he ran back and only got Snivy because he was like, oh, what to do. And then Pikachu had to talk some sense into him. So it's like, you did that twice, bro? Like, if Pikachu wasn't there, was you just cooked? See, Oshawott cooked. Pink Knight would have been okay. The Tranquil cooked. Um, Scraggy, yeah. I mean, Raggrola would have been solid. Scraggy was a baby. Yeah. And he has Swab Bloom by this point. Yeah. Oh, true. Oof. Rock and Roller was like the one option that would have been okay. Yeah. Oof. Yeah. Okay, real. Okay, now I can finally join back in the conversation. And the game I never finished. Yeah, I never finished Black Swan 2. I played through a good bit of it, but I never finished it. Nope. Nope, I never beat Iris. I never got to the Elite Four on that game. I feel like the fifth gym. I remember I fought Roxy, which honestly playing through the Roxy gym battle made me even more pissed off at Ash. Because she was the second gym leader. She's like the eighth gym leader, bro. Like, what? But we're not here for that. Yeah. So it's what Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon should have been. Yeah. Which on the I was gonna say, which on the topic of that, I think I've used an Electabuzz through my playthrough. I'm at Lucario. Oh man. Don't worry, my Lucario hatred doesn't start until Ash. So back then it's still okay. Which we're gonna have to talk about that. Maybe not in this podcast, but maybe after. We're gonna have to talk about Lucario. Um, all I'm gonna say is taper your expectations for the episode. Is what I'm hearing. Yeah, people are not happy with Roy's Lucario. I'll say that. Yeah, yeah. We'll get to that when we get to that. Oh yeah, because that's one thing I did like encountering the legendaries throughout the game. I thought I was like when I saw Virizion for the first time, I was like, what? Like I was so mind blown. I'm like, bro, the game isn't even over yet. Like, that blew my mind. Because I don't think I ever encountered like the roaming birds back then. Like I did an X and Y, but like weren't they roaming in Fire Red Leaf Green too, or no? Hello? Oh, the goggles get a call? Oh, oh, okay. I feel like there was another game where there was Roman legendaries before Black Swan 2. I might be wrong. Okay, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, I never experienced that. So when I saw freaking Virizion, I was like, what? Like it blew my mind. Oh, real. Yeah. And X and Y, I don't think you can actually catch the birds. Like when oh, interesting.
Hey, there you go. I never got to use them. Me, it was me and my like the bus, which was unfortunate because I had no one to trade for an electric buyer. So, because I played it on the 3DS. I know I had Oshawott, but I know I had Oshawott, Leavanny, like the Buzz. I had a fire type. I don't remember. Yeah, I can tell you. But from what I hear, Black 2 and White 2, I hear that this is like another up there, possibly S tier game from like the full people who completed it. I enjoyed it when I played it. I would put it in A personally, but yeah, oof. That's for real. But yeah, I don't think. Go ahead. I was just going to mention. I don't think we're going to get a game like regular black and white again. Yeah. Okay, real. X and Y. My first game that I own. F is crazy. I wouldn't put it in there. It's not like, okay, it's not the greatest thing in the world, but for a first 3D game, I think it holds up well. Like, ooh. 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 That's painful. What's that? Were you just looking for fungus in general, or? That's crazy. You just had a, you just had a feeling. Oh man, oh, that's real. Yeah, me too. Me too. Like, oh man, my boy, like discovering Halucha for the first time was interesting. Yeah, that's the one thing. Everyone has the same team in that game. That's the one unfortunate part. And I think the reason for that is because Black and White has such a huge dex. X and Y has the smallest like amount of new Pokemon. But then again, there's Megas now too. But in terms of just new Pokemon, yeah, it's the smallest. Yeah. So unfortunately, a lot of PvP was a lot of the same teams. You have your Talonflame, you have your Greninjas, you have your Mega Lucarios. That's already three that's on everybody's team. If not, yeah, I had Pikachu too. Go-Go, I tried Go-Go, but I didn't stick with Go-Go. Avila was a Pokemon that I discovered like recently. Like, well, not recently, but later. That's real. That's real. Yeah, I say give it a go. Uh, hmm. I don't know. It's the first 3D game. I think it's a fun playthrough. It's not much like outside of just being a fun playthrough, I guess. So I would say above yellow and B. Then again. It's also a first. It's the first 3D. Or you think they still, you don't think it was as good as it could have been? Which, yeah, it wasn't. It definitely wasn't. Yeah, like the power plant, all that stuff. There's no Z. Like Zygarde really got pushed to Sun and Moon. So I mean, yeah, that's fair. Now this is an S tier game right here. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. This is your era too of being tired of hoeing. I remember. Oh, gotcha. This is right before the era there. I love Oras. Oras, the Delta episode. I think Oras is playing through Emerald and then playing through Oras made me appreciate Oras so much more. I think this is, in my opinion, this is the best remake, personally. Then again, the only remakes I played was this, Let's Go, Fire Red, and Diamond and Pearls. So I played a lot of the weaker remakes, but this is what I call a definitive remake. I don't really remember how bad was it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I agree with that actually. Oh, what? Dang. Now, I loved when they did that with the cosplay Pikachu. A Meteor Mash and Pikachu was dope. Same. Yeah. Who knows? One day we'll get them. I'll say this game had a better team variety in PvP because you have your X and Y Pokemon along with the Oras Pokemon. Like, I don't think there was too many similar teams. And then here, I'll say all three of the Megas were pretty solid, like Sceptile, Blaziken, and Marshtomp, where you would see all three being used equally. Like, there's no real one that was used above the other. And then the other Megas as well that they introduced were pretty good. Like, I would see some Glalie users. I would see like, yeah. I say this game is definitely a solid remake. The introduction of soaring, and I love. This is the first time that they did that whole. You can catch the old legendaries in this game again. I think this was the best way they handled it too, because the Hooper. Yeah, which it made sense for this game. Like, this is the first game in 3D, so they want you to see all these legendaries in 3D. Like, I think it was cool back then. Now it's kind of getting played out because they keep doing it. But I think this is the best time that they did that. And the idea of Hooper, they made Hooper really cool.
Same. That's back when mythicals weren't really treated well. It was during Gen 6, 7, and 8. In my opinion. That would have been
dope. That would have been dope. Yeah, I will say that. That would have been, and you had to soar up to him because that's the one thing I did. Like, there was one legendary, I forgot which one, but you actually had to soar into like the clouds, like the thunderstorm, and it was, yeah, that was cool. No, yeah. I'm saying I think this is the last time they cared about legendary, not so much mythical, because now they don't really seem to give much about legendaries. It's like, oh, we'll put them in this DLC. We'll put them in this DLC. I'm like, bro, how many more Zekroms do I need? Regular down. Okay, I can agree with that. So you think Emerald's better than RS? I can see that. Oof, good point. Well, the first, quite a few. The first one I'm putting in there. Now the second one, no, it's not an F tier game. It's not an F tier game. Like, it's not. If anything, I would put it in B. I can't. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but oh man, now this is an S tier for me. I think Sun and Moon has the best story out of any Pokemon game. I think we're about to get in, guys. This may be the last episode. Yeah, I think it's about to end after this one. Yep. Yep. Because it was different. Oh man. That's real. Now I can see what you mean. 'Cause, yeah, the first league, which I think that concept's kind of cool. Like us being the first champion in a game. Yeah. Uh-oh. Oh, I don't think people would be mad at that. Oh, Ultra Sun, Ultra One. Oh, bro, Ace Trainer Leo, we got some bad news for you, buddy. Oh man, I think, yeah, I think it can be an S. Uh, well, under our eyes, no, you crazy.
But I like Sun and Moon better. Let's make Evolution. Fair. But I think that's another thing I love. This is the first game where we could do gimmick versus gimmick. This is the only game we could do gimmick versus gimmick. But yeah, until the champion. Yeah, I always thought that shit was cool. I still think we should put it above Horaz. My personal opinion. Like even if it's not an AS, I still think I think it deserves top of A. What's that? Yeah, I will say that it is kind of it is kind of slow. But I feel like it's good too because at least in my opinion, Sun and Moon characters are some of the most memorable ones. Like it's a good and a bad thing, kind of. That's true. And then the fan.
Fair. I'm still in my personal ranking. It's the next, but for this we can leave. It's not though. You got it behind Gen 3. Oof. Okay. Also, get Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon out of F. It's not an F tier game. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we all, well, at least me and Goggles both have our issues with it, and that's because they advertise this as okay, we have Black 2 and White 2, which is like the best third version game ever. So it's like, okay, they're hyping up Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, like, oh, get ready to experience Sun and Moon in a whole new universe. I'm like, oh, snap. So they're keeping the old, Black 2, White 2 thing. Instead of a sequel, it's a whole new, like, take on it. It's the same damn thing. It's the same thing till the end. Don't get me wrong. It is different at the end. But that's so late. And even then, yeah. And even then, it's some weird choices. It's like y'all got lazy. Yes, Lusamine is not the psychopathic villain now. She's trying to be a superhero or whatever, but she still has Pokemon Frozen. So what's the context? Like, yeah, like it's very odd. And then I personally prefer how they ended Sun and Moon with Lily leaving. Like, okay, I guess it's, yeah, like it. The story of Sun and Moon was so good, Ultra couldn't compete. Now, don't get me wrong. The reason I say Ultra isn't an F, I will say I enjoy playing Ultra. Like, Ultra is a fun game to play through. Like the added stuff, the Manton serve, the wormhole, like world or whatever, like all that stuff was cool. Like I'll appreciate all that new stuff, but in terms of base game, it's the most I can say is low B, bottom of B. That junk hit. Yeah. And then you can read through her diary, bro. Like, like Gladion leaving. For real. Like Gladion leaving wasn't as impactful because he comes back. Like, there's the Mon event in the Aether Paradise, and then he comes back to fight you. But it just doesn't hit the same. Dang. It'll be bottom of B for me. But that's real.
Yeah, this one is a C, automatically a C. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. I do appreciate Let's Go. It's the best looking Pokemon game that we've ever gotten. Like, I can appreciate that. But other than that, that's about it. It's just Kanto. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because we have young Mina. Apparently Trace beats Red. Yeah, it's a lot of it's very confusing. Yeah. Oof. Oh man. Yeah, he doesn't like regional variants, guys. If y'all don't know. But yeah. Yeah, I don't have much to say about this game. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed playing through it because like I said, it's Kanto with Megas, really. That's all it is. Yeah. Yeah. And they bring Go players into the main series. Wait, huh? Oh, Go. Oh, gosh. Technically, Go is a spawn of Let's Go. If you think about it, Go is a spawn. Oof. Ooh. This is another. I think every game in the 3D era is controversial except for Aura. Unless you've heard some Aura's controversy. I haven't. That's not. If it's leaked, that's out of their control, though. Or you mean they officially? Oof. Which that's another. Here's the thing. There's a thing of announcing too much, but there's also a thing of too little. And Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon was too little. But then again, it was so little because there was nothing new. Yeah, there was nothing new. Like, bro, that's literally I think the only trailer we got for that game. And then maybe some new Ultra Beasts like Poiko, but that's. Oh yeah, that was so stupid. That was so stupid. It was to sell toys. That's all. That thing did nothing different. I was expecting a Z form or something, bro. No, twisted. The Z powered ring. The Z powered ring. How so? It actually did, or it just twisted? Yeah, they basically made the Z crystal bop it. Twisted. Yeah. Literally. Oh, when you do dance. Honestly, the Z ring is a bop it. Yeah. This is a bad. Okay. Honestly, I don't know where I'm gonna put this because I don't have an issue with the Dex thing. Honestly, like I wasn't tripping. My issue with Sword and Shield comes with the actual game itself, and it's just it was the story was boring. Like I love the whole expanded gym thing. I love how we went a generation without gyms, and then we came back to gyms with a bang. Like I love that about Sword and Shield. Dynamax was the weakest, or at the time weakest gimmick, but I've grown to appreciate it more now. Like I still would prefer Z moves and Megas over it any day, but I've at least grown to appreciate Dynamax a bit. The whole game is literally just Leon telling you, you handle the gym trial, I'll handle the story. So, yeah. Yeah. So it's unfortunate. The DLCs help this game, but we're not talking about DLC. So I guess base Sword and Shield, I don't want to put it in C. I don't think it deserves to be in C. Maybe the bottom of B. Because I like, there's some things of Sword and Shield I actually do enjoy. Like, it's rough. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking, maybe I am kind of thinking about the DLC a little bit, because the DLC definitely boosts Sword and Shield for me. But base Sword and Shield, I'll put it bottom of B. Yeah, I'll put it bottom of B. Oh, if that's the case, put Sun and Moon in S tier. Boo. I think that's reasonable. I would put it in front of X and Y too then. Because at least, like, it's a complete game. Or not even, actually. I don't know. It technically is complete. It's just the DLC completes it. It's weird, you know? Yeah. Wrong one. Oh, you tripping. That's an A. That's an A for me. Bro, the Isle of... Oh, okay. The Isle of Armor, bro. Like, that junk was so fun. Like, and then even the Crown Tundra. The Crown Tundra gave us an actual story. Like, I enjoyed both of them. I feel like... Yeah. What's that? Yeah. Yeah, it does feel like that. Like it's a training arc. Because technically you're there to train, but like I really like the idea. It really opened up Sword and Shield to a new experience. And even in terms of like the wild Pokemon, I feel like it was the wild area done right too, because a lot of people didn't really like the wild area because of how basic it was. I feel like this was the best like 3D open world Pokemon experience, or at least one of them. Like I'll prefer to play Isle of Armor and Cross Tundra over Scarlet and Violet. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Isle of Armor to explore more, but I like the Crown Tundra story more. That's also true. Yeah, I'll say the max dens were cool. By this point, getting the legendaries was kind of getting played out, but doing the max dens were cool. Yeah. Hmm. Are you serious? Oh, that's lit. Yeah, I'll admit. Hmm. Uh-huh. That's lit, bro. Yeah, no, that's lit. That's how I felt about my Gengar. Bottom of it. Yeah, I agree.
Definitely. Ooh, boy. Yeah, this is F. This is my first F. Like, I don't have nothing to say. I have nothing to say about that game. And then they do the legendaries again. Like, bro, I didn't even bother with the legendaries by that point. Yeah, I will admit that's probably the best looking water we've ever got in a Pokemon game. That's the only thing I can give them credit. The water, beautiful, but other than that, the game was just pretty crap. Okay, I will say this: I did like the different. Okay. I also say the only credit I'll give it to is the difficulty for Volkner and Cynthia was dope. Like, I pulled a anime strategy to get out of Volkner. I had Gengar used with Hex and freaking. I used Volkner's strategy against himself. Actually, I just thought about that. So I had a Gengar with Hex and another Pokemon that I think Pikachu. Yeah, Pikachu had Static, and so I was able to. Was it Static? I'm not sure. It might have been Static. Basically, I used the strategy that Volkner used on Ash against himself. And that shit was dope. This is top of S for me. This is the best Pokemon game ever. Sun and Moon, I don't know. Between this and Sun and Moon, I don't know. Maybe I might like Sun and Moon a bit. Sun and Moon might be my favorite, but Legends ZA will be my second favorite, if anything. Like, I don't know. It might be my favorite. I can't tell you, bro. I really have to sit down and think about that. But, bro, the experience of playing Legends for the first time, a game where you can get killed technically by Pokemon, bro. Like, that junk was dope. Especially after coming out of the week BDSP. Like, Legends was such a fun experience, bro. Great story, great gameplay. In my opinion, it's the best open world game because there's stuff to do. When we get to Scarlet and Violet, I'll talk about my issues about that. But Scarlet and Violet, there's nothing really to do in the world. It's just kind of a Pokemon simulator where you just kind of walk around, like, oh, you can go see this place, but there's nothing really. There's no, like, the thing with Legends, they have missions, so there would be reasons why I would go to these places. Like, the missions were cool. Like I wanted to complete every mission in the game. I honestly didn't mind you don't really get to explore the whole of Sinnoh, but I didn't mind like, okay, you're in this town and then you can go here, you can go there and explore those areas. Like, I really like that kind of style. Because every time you go to a new area, it just felt like, wow, what's here, you know? Like, Scarlet and Violet, in my opinion, is kind of a bunch of the same thing all around. But yeah, I'm putting it in S tier. Hello? Phone call? Are we live? Hello? I think we're still live. Goggles has disappeared, so I guess I will hold us down for the meantime. If anybody's in the comment section, let me know what you all think about Legends Arceus. I guess we can kind of talk about ZA while we wait on Goggles to get back. I'm excited for ZA. ZA is going to be dope, bro. Like, man. If it's anything like Legends Arceus, like, I know it is a little different because we're in a city and there do seem to be areas where you can catch Pokemon. Like, I don't know, part of me was kind of wishing for an old Kalos where we build the city. Like, maybe not as old as Legends Arceus, but maybe old enough where it's like, okay, they're about to build the Eiffel Tower or the Prism Tower and stuff like that. And we get to play through the city. And as we play through the game, more of Lumio City gets built. So we start in like a big field. and just throughout the game, you get the tower, you get this, you get that, you get buildings. Like I think that would have been cool. But I do like this idea too of like it's in a like not future, but it's kind of like just a few years after. I'm assuming Legends is going to do a past game, a present game, and a future game. So whatever next Legends game will probably be flying cars and Pokemon battles in 3D or something. Oh yeah. Well, it's happening now. Like we do have our first flying car now. You ever seen the videos? They're gonna start putting them out. They can't fly like extremely long, but basically they'll fly. If you're in traffic, you'll be able to hover for a little bit to get past it. Basically, I think Honda. Yeah, it does sound like it. I'm actually kind of scared for this. Like I've seen the videos of them, and they're actually gonna put them on the market for people to buy. I don't think it's a good idea, but we'll see how it turns out. I'll show you the video after we get off the podcast. It's like, what if you run out of, I don't know if they're electric powered or gas, but what if you run out of gas in the air, per se? Like, do you just crash down? Like that? It sounds like horrible. It sounds horrible. Are people going to land on buildings and places they're not supposed to? Like, there's going to be so many new laws that have to come out of this. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah. Oh, I mean, the car was an invention at one point. The regular car. You got to think about that. I don't know. Maybe if everyone switched to flying, I don't know. I think that's still bad. I don't know. I personally am against it. I feel like we should just keep the cars on the ground, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it's. Oh, go ahead. Oh wow. Hey, that's dope, man. Yeah, I had school, so it somewhat was hard for me too. What's that? Yeah, it is unfortunate. I do agree. Like I like the DLC that they added, but I feel like it could have been more. But then again, I just feel like they it served its purpose. But I can agree with that. But this game, I would say that this game did give me like wanting to actually catch every Pokemon in the game too. Like to complete the deck. This is one of the first time. I don't normally complete the decks in Pokemon games. There's too many Pokemon, but this was one where I actually made an effort. Oh man, yeah. There's a lot of horrifying monsters in this. Like this game is the definition of Pokemon actually being kind of horrifying creatures. Yeah, yeah. I think it's an S tier game, bro. That's for real. Yeah. This one. One of the bugs. Yeah, we haven't. Yeah. Unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie. I think I like Sword and Shield more than Scarlet and Violet, which that's kind of a shocker. probably for a lot of people, but I'm sorry, Scarlet and Violet, like they do good on the story, but it's not fun to play. Like I feel like you have to be able to enjoy. You have to have a game has to have a lot of things. It's a decent story, and it has to be enjoyable to play. If it's you can have one without the other, but it'll kind of affect. Like when there's games that does both, like Legends for me, Legends does both. I enjoy playing it, and I enjoy the story. Scarlet, I had no issue with the story, but it wasn't fun to play. Sword, the story was shit, but I at least enjoyed going back and playing it. Like I don't even do PvP in Scarlet and Violet. It's just so boring. Like it's unfortunate. We had such a big gym thing, and then in my opinion, these are the weakest gyms that we've ever gotten. Scarlet and Violet are. Not at all. Yeah. It was fun to play together through those. I'm sorry, but Terra Raids, I don't think any of us ever did them. Have we ever done? I don't think any of us ever did Terra Raid together. Yeah. Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't worth it. I'm putting this low as to be. Yeah, that would have been dope. Now I will say the DLC does introduce a game that's kind of cool. It's the one where you gotta pop those balloons or whatever on them. The only reason I didn't care to do it either. I did it the one time we had to. I was like, okay, this is whatever. But when we were in the call one day, I think it was just the group that kind of helped me like it, because everyone was like, oh, we're trying to get shiny Munchlax. Will you help us, Trey? I'm like, I don't really care for this game, but cool, whatever. I guess I help. And then I got invested. I was like, oh, you got your shiny Munchlax? I need one now. It's just the fact that we knew we could do it that made me want to keep trying. So I think that's the only reason why I kind of enjoyed that game. Yeah, I'll say I enjoyed it somewhat. It was cool playing with others, but playing it by yourself is no. The reward, I guess, for the reward, it was worth it. Yeah, I literally probably haven't picked up this game in over a year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I haven't touched this game in forever. I'm not playing Scarlet and Violet on the Switch. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just let it die. True. I may give it a chance. I remember I fell through the ground, bro. I fell into the void. I was like, what in the world? And I wasn't even doing nothing crazy. It was just playing through the game normally. I had to shut off the Switch and restart it. Okay, that's real. That's real. Yeah. The DLC, I like the story of the DLC, at least the first one. The second one's kind of cool too. I like the universe aspect of it, but this DLC isn't as good as Sword and Shield's DLC. Why? Yeah, and the only reason I did is because everyone else was trying to get some Munchlax. I didn't really care to get a Munchlax, shiny Munchlax. It's just because they asked me for help, they needed one more person, I got invested. But I wouldn't have. It was nothing about it that would have made me want to do it on my own. I'll say, like the Manton Surf, that was like something like, okay, this is cool to get the. I think it was a Surfing Pikachu or whatever, like to get all the high scores. Like I just enjoyed going from island to island, Manton surfing instead of just flying. Like, yeah, that was cool because you never knew. It was a bit of a surprise. You never knew what you was gonna get. Get an Ultra Beast, get a Legendary, like, yeah, it was dope. And what is the whole like? I never did the Legendary thing in Scarlet and Violet either. What do you have to do? You have to get tickets, right? Like, I think. Well, I did get Solgaleo. I remember I got Solgaleo. Yeah, I don't. They got to stop doing this with the legendaries, in my opinion. It's getting real played out. That's true. That's true. I guess we're. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, but this may be the only time we'll be able to ride them too. Now that I think about it. Same. Him and them sandwiches, bro. I love the faces. You gonna share? that was so funny. Yeah, bro. Like even and the cat Garfield be doing that, bro. He be all up in your face wanting to eat your food, bro. I will say the legendary is a highlight for Scarlet and Violet. Yeah. It would have been hard though, because I guess you say goodbye to your Koraidon, and then you keep the. But would you keep the one that you defeat? Then I guess like that's the weird part. I see what you mean. Uh-huh. Oh, that would have been cool actually. Yeah, that would have been dope. That would have been dope. That would have been a cool way to end the game. Yeah, that I think that right there probably would have boosted this game up a little bit. If they had a little bit more emotion to it. Yes, very much. It's too big of and too empty. Like I don't want to walk that whole region, bro. They weren't this big and empty. We did run, but we also had bikes. That's true, actually. Oh, the Rotom bike. Yes, it flies. It flies. It swims. There we go. Actually, it would just be a boost to the Rotom bike from Sword and Shield. Probably just with flight now, somehow. I agree with that. Like, it's nothing too special. Terrapagos' story sucks, if we're being real. Yeah, like they made such a big deal about all the hidden treasures of Area Zero, and I'm sorry, Terrapagos wasn't. it was nothing. I can agree with this list. And Legends, we'll come back after. We'll update it after Legends. After we play Legends. You think Legends gonna be a B? I have faith in Legends. That's for real. I'm just saying though, you don't think it'll be S tier? Yeah, really. It's all good. Of course. Thank you for having me.